Labuschagne boundary off the last ball of the Dwayne Bravo over. He's taken the partnership to 24 from 22. They're the Manhattans. No huge towers yet. Well, that last over of 9's got to be the building block. It's got to be the start for the heat. 3 for 52 off 9.
Oh, he's been sent back. Alex Ross just got going, but Labuschagne said no and held his ground. So fortunately, no big mix-up there. Well, not a costly one anyway.
Wasn't much trusting his partner there, was there? Obviously, Alex Ross's call there. Called yes and is sent back. A bit of pressure involved here. Probably what led to that little mix-up.
We've got Brad Hodge mic'd up out in the outfield. Nice to be back in Melbourne, mate.
Isn't it? Busy one, Gilly. It's a beautiful night in Melbourne.
There's one there. Mate, you're still claiming the record membership for the Renegades this season. You're claiming it's all because of the return of the prodigal son?
Well, I think we bumped it up from 9,000 to 10,000 after last night's telecast. So that was very positive stuff.
It's good news.
Yeah, very good. But it's a great place to play cricket, this ground, and we've executed pretty well tonight so far.
Oh, slashing thick outside edge that'll race away down to the boundary. Labuschagne goes to 16, just 12 balls.
Hodgie, we've been talking a lot about the tactics in the first couple of overs with the two spinners being used. I can understand Narby bowling the first one, but after that first over, was that just Finchy going with a gut feel, or was that something that was spoken about to bowl 2 overs of spin up front?
It was something that was pre-planned. We were even thinking of pushing for 4 overs of spin, but Jack's bowled really well last game, but it was definitely, the plan was to make... the plan was to encourage Brendan and Jimmy Pearson to play big shots from balls that were on the stumps. So we wanted to make a critical mistake or a fatal mistake, and that's exactly what happens. We pitched the balls on the stumps and wanted them to play big shots to good balls. And it was a planned tactic and well executed.
Yeah, you talk about Wildermuth coming down from the heat. You've bounced around a few franchises as we watch this next delivery. How much information do players bring when they change franchises? Do you really tap into that wealth of knowledge about their former teammates?
Look, it's all well known, well documented, Gilly. There's a lot of back-end stuff and information that comes from analysts and so forth. But Jack, I think really he's fought well to get into this side. There's Tremaine and Joe Menny that had really good tournaments up in Maroochydore when we went up there against the Heat, as did Jack. But I think it's that rivalry against your own side which brought the best out of him.
Yeah.
But the God's honest truth is he's a pretty good cricketer, actually.
He is, and he's done a good job here. Thanks, mate. We'll catch up later.
You're welcome.
Halfway mark. 3 for 59, the Heat. Overs gone. Brisbane Heat 3 for 59. Brad Holt coming back in. But Alex Ross, the sweet bowler, just out there. Michael Vaughan is at time now as the foundation
Yeah,
being laid.
absolutely. Yeah, they've got to go now, both of them. Both got to go. 3 for 59, 10 remaining. And that sweeps on, the hard sweep square of the wicket on the onside.
Tries to go the offside. A little misfield. He might get back for 2. He does. First little fumble, little mistake in the field there by the Renegades. It's the man we were just talking to. It was always tough. These spinning ball, that really checked on him there. He's done well, actually. He's probably saved a few runs.
The interesting thing there, boys, talking about experience, look where Hodgie fielded that ball. He's actually outside the circle. As soon as he saw Alex Ross shape the reverse sweep, he ran back straight away, ran back outside the circle to give himself a bit more time to field that. Experience.
That hard sweep I thought he may go for, but that first ball, Ricky, you'd mentioned about it, just bowled it a little bit slower, and he did that. He's got it a little bit slower than his natural pace. Such a harder shot to play when there's not just a little bit of pace on it.
Tom's out, isn't it? Just giving a little tickle there to umpire Paul Wilson. Big blocker.
Can Labuschagne get a boundary from here? May go over mid-wicket.
Just chipped again. Well, Labuschagne hit back for 2.
Well, it's a good shot. It's a sensible shot as well. Try and overplay it all. He knows he's got about a 80 or 90 metre gap straight over the bowler's head down there between long off and long on.
Really productive here, Labuschagne. 19 off 14, the partnership 36 off 31. Good little rebuild. Oh, wow, Ludeman. He's on the end of some good work from Hogg. He's the wrong one. He was very quick with his glove work. He's got the skeleton gloves on there, Timmy Ludeman. He liked it. Thrown upstairs.
He looked pretty confident, didn't he? Ludeman went up straight away. Just drags out. Did he get it down in time?
Oh, I think just.
Hard to tell, isn't it?
Not too sure. It might be just hovering there, you know.
Need to play it on a little bit further and see if he can actually see the impact of his foot on the ground.
Beautiful bit of bowling. Hogg. Lures him forward. Clearly out at some stage, but just didn't get back in time. He might just be down. I think he's down there.
Yeah, I think he's just down.
Quality bowling though, boys, wasn't it? Slightly slower again. It's that wrong one that brings everyone undone. It's not like it's his first season either, Hoggy. You think the boys have a chance to have a bit of a look at it? Into his 48th year, isn't he?
He reckons he can get to 50.
Well, he had knee surgery in the off-season, so you'll see him getting around the field here tonight, Vaughan. He's a bit proppier than he normally is. But as you can see with his skills with the ball haven't gone anywhere. Continue to look at this replay. I think we'll see the red not out come up on the screen here.
The locals don't like it. They were hopeful. Can't doubt the quality of cricket there between bowler and keeper. 5 runs off the 4 deliveries so far. Use of the feet, but it's a dot ball. Suffered a little bit of tap, didn't he, down there in Hobart? One over, big over, where McDermott got a hold of him.
Yeah, he got him for 22 in that one over, Gilly.
Knows how to bounce back because George Bradley Hogg closes out. Really good over. 11 gone. 3 for 64. How good's that? That's just an image of... It sums up the Big Bash, doesn't it? People in the crowd, families, kids, smiling faces, parents. How happy are they that Dad's held on to that one? Maybe surprised more than anything. We'd love to know who you are. Crowdcatcher@network10.com.au. Please let us know if anyone knows who that man is, or if indeed, sir, if you're watching, get in touch. We want to get in touch with all these crowd catchers throughout the previous
The one thing we don't know about that, Gilly, is he actually pushed all those kids out of the way to get it himself. Looked like he had a bit of room around him there, and then when he stood up, there were kids around him everywhere.
No, it's a family game. Dad wouldn't do that. That could have been tight.
Well, he might now with the prizes that are on offer this year. There might be kids getting pushed out of the way all over the place.
There was one here at Etihad a couple of years ago, wasn't there? That Chris Gale put Brad Hogg up the top tier.
Yeah, one thing's for
One
sure.
bloke pushed his girlfriend out of the way, I reckon.
One thing's for sure, I wouldn't be catching it. I can guarantee that. My little daughter would probably have more of a chance.
Saw the kids last night in your back.
They're here, actually. They're here on the first tier, first experience of the Big Bash. All got buckets on their heads.
Good from Wildermuth.
It's a saying around Australian cricket for guys that used to catch like you, Vaughnie. hands like feet.
Yes. Don't worry, Paul Collingwood's been saying that for 15 years to me.
Well, getting back to what Finch should be thinking here, I actually like what he's done here with Wildermuth. Wildermuth's into his last over now because he knows that he's got quality finishes to come with Bravo Richardson. Richardson, over the years in Big Bash cricket's been excellent at bowling slow balls and good Yorkers at the end, so he's saving his best death bowlers because he hasn't had to use them. But Wildermuth out of the way. 2 for 16 from 3.4.
And just the infielders back on the ring, happy to concede a single. That's the right way to go. You don't want to be in there really trying to vacuum it up.
No, I don't think so. I think he's protecting against boundaries now. The only thing that can really hurt the Renegades now is if they get on a bit of a roll with a couple of big overs and boundaries coming all over the place. So he has got those guys in the ring sitting nice and deep.